Okay, so today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my books that I absolutely love. The 5 books that I will never, ever, ever get rid of. And so I'm doing this video to kind of help you. There's a lot of people who are just diving into the Catholic faith, really want to know the Catholic faith, grow closer to God. And so these are the books I would recommend. Definitely in the comments, if you are a big time reader and you have had some books that really helped you grow closer to God and the Catholic faith, please in the comments write what they are so that we as a community can help each other to get to heaven, and what help us to help each other get to heaven. So definitely put them all in the comments below and let us know what Catholic books have changed your life that you love. And I am excited too. I want to check them out. So definitely put them below. So let me get started with the 5 that I will never get rid of. So of course I have the Catechism and Bible, and so I'm going to share with you later what ones I use. But the ones that I have, so this is the prayer book that is so amazing. So this is the Imitation of Christ, and you might have heard of it. This is pretty big in the Catholic world. I feel like a lot of really good, faithful Catholics have this book. It's called the Imitation of Christ, and it just kind of walks you through different things. So let me just give you an example. Chapter 43, on the vanity of worldly learning. So it just goes through just so many issues that we as Catholics, as Christians go through. And this is so good, and it gives like really solid things to do and just practical ways to live and grow closer to God. And so this is my #1 book that I would recommend if you are just getting into the faith and you want to grow closer to God. This one is really, really good. So the Imitation of Christ. The second one is very, very close second. In fact, I think I've claimed this as my favorite all-time book before, because this is the Consoling the Heart of Jesus. And during Lent, I usually do read this because it is so phenomenal. And I've recommended this book so many times, and people write me all the time saying, this book changed them. This book helped them, you know, from not knowing much about Jesus or the faith. This book, and it's not super like hard to read or anything like that. It's so good and powerful. And so this is just a phenomenal book that I recommend to everybody. If you are like just starting Christian, you just want some really solid, good books, this one is like #1. Like, do this book, read it, especially during Lent. This is a really, really good one. So anyway, so this one is really good. This is the same guy who wrote the 33 Days to Morning Glory, which I absolutely love. That is a really, really amazing book that helps you understand Mother Mary a lot better. But this one, you know, focuses more on Jesus and stuff. But man, just even the title, I love Consoling the Heart of Jesus. Like, it's so awesome. I cannot say enough good things about this book. So I recommend this one. And then the next one that I have, this is gonna sound crazy, but okay, this is Our Lady of Kibeho. And this book, I could not put it down. It's literally one of my favorite books. It's an actual story of what really happened in the genocide in Rwanda. It's kind of the precursor of what happened. So Mary appeared to a bunch of Catholic school children, and you know, miracles happened and all of these different things. And so Immaculate wrote this, and she actually lived through the genocide, and she is a speaker. She's phenomenal. She wrote the book Left to Tell, and I read that when I was going through a really hard time, when I was having a hard time forgiving somebody. And so I couldn't put that book down. And honestly, I don't know if I could read it today, because just now that I have children, it's just like, it's so much, everything touches me a lot deeper now that I have children. Like, but this one is actually really, really good. I can still read this one very easily, but she kind of explains like what's gonna happen. Start praying rosaries, because she pretty much lets them know that the genocide is gonna happen. You need to start praying and just continually praying. And Mary has done that in Fatima and Lourdes. There's all of these different, you know, that she has appeared to and says, pray the rosary, pray, pray, pray. Something big is going to happen. We need your prayers. And so, so that's pretty much what she said. And then the genocide happened, and it's just a crazy, crazy story. Just a very, very sad story. But Our Lady of Kibeho, I would love, love, love to go to Rwanda and visit the shrine there. I love going to all the shrines. So this book I will never get rid of, and I will read it over and over. It's so good and just fascinating. Very, very easy to read and fascinating for me. This is one of my favorites. Okay, I have talked about this one as well. This is the Diary of St Faustina. This is so unique. This book is so unique because it actually, so Jesus appeared to St Faustina several times, and it was phenomenal. Like, she actually got to write it down. So so you'll see in her diary, and it is a very, very thick book. So so she writes it down, and everything that is bold lettering is Jesus's, like what Jesus had said, or Mother Mary, I think, appeared to her as well. So so this book is just fascinating to learn. Pope John Paul II was a huge advocate for this getting out to the world, and the Divine Mercy image getting to every house and everything. So this book is phenomenal. It's really interesting. I try to read this around Lent time as well, because I just like diving into what Christ actually said, and have a saint actually write what happened. And they said like miracles happened with this. Like, she was a very simple person, like not super, you know, intellectual or anything. And when she wrote, she never ever made a mistake, like a grammar mistake or anything. So they think the Holy Spirit helped write this book. So anyway, this is so phenomenal, and I will never get rid of the Diary of St Faustina. It's pretty awesome. So the next one, you might know this about me, I absolutely love the saints. Love, love, love the saints. And so this one is St Theresa's Story of a Soul. And she obviously is a saint, but it's her autobiography. So you get to know, it's kind of like the Diary of St Faustina. You get to know firsthand, you know, her struggles, what she went through, her childhood, her life. Like, she writes it down, and she writes it so beautifully in a way that you really want to be holy, and it's attainable. It's something that, oh my God, I could do that. You know, I don't have to be this great mystic who sees Jesus, and, you know, all these, you know, mystical things happen to be a saint. Like, you can just live for God in just everyday simple things. It's very, very beautiful. So I will never get rid of this Story of a Soul. It's so good, and so, she's such a phenomenal saint. You know, she's also known as Theresa of the little flower. So so this one as well. So those are the 5 that I will never get rid of. I really want to know, and please do put down below what yours are, because this is to give people ideas of really good books that have changed us, have changed our spirit, you know, like to help us to grow closer to God. That is what this channel is all about. We really want to help each other grow closer in the kingdom of God. So definitely in the comments put that. I also have 2 more books that I'm going to share with you. And of course, these are the most important in the Catholic faith. And that is the Catechism. This is the Catechism. And if you're like a new Catholic, even if you're not, I've heard of people reading the Catechism from front to back and just learning about what do Catholics believe, why do they believe. This is kind of the key to Catholicism. So it is so good. Every Catholic should have a catechism of some form. There are different forms. And I know some people say some are better than others and stuff, but just get one. And if you're looking for a good one, I have one in like my shop. Down below I have like a shop that you can shop in, and that's the best one that I've heard of is in there. So So yeah, definitely check that out. And then, okay, so this is kind of a little unboxing as well. Okay, so Ascension Presents asked me if I would do an unboxing of this, the Holy Bible. And of course I said yes and stuff. And so anyway, this Bible is obviously amazing because it's a Catholic Bible. But what I really like about this Bible is Jeff Cavins was a part of like the footnotes and all of that. If you don't know who Jeff Cavins is, he is phenomenal. He is so, so good. He used to be Protestant and then became Catholic the more he learned about the Bible. And he now talks about, you know, there's the Catholic Bible timeline that is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. My husband did it at first with a men's group, and pretty much you watch a CD and then you discuss it after, but it really breaks down the Bible, which for me has been really hard. I don't know if it's because I'm Catholic and we don't know the Bible as well, but it really breaks down the timeline of the Bible. And he's just so, so knowledgeable. And then for my women's group, my Catholic women's group, we did that as well. And they have different versions of like longer ones, like more in depth, and then just kind of brief ones. And I did the brief one, so my next goal is to do the longer one. So anyway, so he's extremely knowledgeable, Jeff Cavins. And so he helped do this and put it together, and I will not get rid of this. It is so, so good. A very, very good Bible. So if you're looking for a good Catholic Bible, this is the one that I would recommend. So there is a key inside of the different books, as you can see, and it kind of breaks it down for you, the whole Bible. And this is the different like timelines up here. And so if you look right here, it has all the colors. So this kind of helps you to know, okay, here are the reds. So then you would look at the red one, and that's Genesis, and it's the patriarchs. So that's how you kind of know. And so it kind of really breaks it down for you, which is pretty awesome, because if you're like me and you just barely know the, you know, the kids' version of the Bible, then this is really neat to kind of see like how we have progressed and how we got to the Catholic faith today in Christianity. So this is pretty awesome. And so there's a little key right here and stuff. And if you ever do his Bible timeline, he definitely goes in depth on each of the colors, and you know, it's awesome. I cannot tell you enough. If you're looking for a Bible study to do with a group of men or women or whatever, definitely Jeff Cavins is the man for you. So his Bible timeline. So I love, love, love Bibles that do this, where everything that Jesus has said is all in red, and everything else is in black and white. So I really do like that. I like how it breaks it down and you know when Christ is speaking and stuff. So anyway, I really do, there's something about this and the Bible timeline, it's so phenomenal and really helps you to just break down the Bible in a much easier, better way. So that is definitely the Bible I would recommend if you're looking for a Bible. So definitely in the comments below, let me know what your favorite books are, Catholic books that really helped you grow closer to God. And I hope this video helped you, and until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.